It is with such heavy heart and pain that I come on here to tell y'all that my sister, Shania Thompson, was shot and killed on December 11th, 2025. And she was shot by her children's father and leaves 5 kids behind. Her child's father came over to celebrate my niece's birthday, and we don't have any evidence right now of how an argument ensued, but our family's speculation was that an argument ensued because he found out that she was trying to move back to Michigan and she was trying to leave him and be happy, and he couldn't deal with that fact. So he shot her in her head, y'all. He shot her in her head, and her 5 kids that she's leaving behind, they were there. They were there, and they heard everything and saw everything. Her killer's name is Wesley Kobe. Wesley Kobe is his name. I'm gonna put a few pictures in this video as I talk as well. The first thing.
It started as a normal day. That's the part that hurts the most. If you had walked past that apartment, you would have heard children laughing, or at least you would have expected to. It was a birthday, a 9-year-old's birthday, a day meant for candles, cake, loud music, and sticky fingers. Instead, that apartment became a crime scene, and a mother never walked out alive.
Tonight, the search for 33-year-old Wesley Koboy of St. Paul is focusing on Canada. He's accused of shooting and killing the mother of his children, 29-year-old Shania Thompson. Police say it began with an argument Friday night at an apartment in the Dayton's Bluff neighborhood. Koboy allegedly pulled a gun and a shot was fired. Police tell us he then dropped the kids off at his mother's house in Michigan before they believe he fled to Canada. Now, please remember, and this is
There are moments in life that split time in two. Before and after. For our family, that moment came with a phone call we will never forget. Not a long call. Not a dramatic one. Just a few broken words that made no sense at first. Something happened to Shania. Those words still echo in my head. I replay them every night. Over and over. As if repeating them might somehow change the ending, but it never does. Because the truth was waiting on the other side of that call. And once you hear it, you can't unhear it. My eldest daughter, Shania, was gone, shot, inside her own home, while her children were there. December 11th should have been a celebration. Her 9-year-old was excited, counting the days, talking about cake flavors, asking questions like children do. Will there be balloons? Can my friends come? Can we sing happy birthday twice? Instead, that day is now frozen in time, a birthday, forever attached to trauma, forever linked to the sound of a gunshot, forever marked by something no child should ever see or hear. I cannot explain what it feels like to know your grandchildren's memories have been permanently altered, that their innocence was stolen in the place they were supposed to feel safest, home. Let me tell you who Shania was. Not the headline version, not the police report. The real her. Shania was 29 years old, but she carried wisdom far beyond her years. She was the kind of person people naturally lean toward, not because she was loud, not because she demanded attention, but because she listened. She remembered details. She noticed changes in your voice. She checked in when others forgot. She never met a stranger, and I don't say that lightly. People opened up to her without trying. They told her things they didn't tell anyone else. And she held those stories with care. She gave advice without judgment, love without conditions, and she did it even when she was tired, even when life was heavy. But above everything else, Shania was a mother. That was her identity, her pride, her purpose. Her children were her entire world. She didn't just love them, she lived for them. She celebrated every milestone like it was the most important thing in the world. First teeth, first steps, school achievements, even the smallest victories. She showed up. Every time. She was there for bedtime stories, for silly dances in the living room, for those quiet moments when a child just needs to be held. She wanted to be present for everything. Big moments, small moments, moments no one else would notice. Now, those moments are memories, and memories are all we have left. 5 beautiful children, ages 1 to 12. 5 lives forever changed. 5 hearts learning loss far too early. They will grow up missing her voice, her hugs, her laughter, the way she said their names, the way she made them feel safe just by being there. There will be school events where her seat is empty, birthdays where her hands aren't clapping, holidays where her laughter doesn't fill the room. And that is a pain no child should carry. Shania wasn't just a mother, she was the heartbeat of our family, the glue, the one who made sure everyone stayed connected. She knew her siblings deeply, their struggles, their dreams, their fears. She protected them fiercely, supported them without hesitation, showed up without being asked. If someone was hurting, she knew. If someone needed help, she was there. She loved in a way that felt safe, in a way that felt real. And now, there is a silence where her voice used to be, silence that feels too loud. This was domestic gun violence. Let's call it what it is. Not an accident, not a misunderstanding, not a family matter, violence. And it ended a life that mattered. The person responsible fled, left behind chaos, trauma, broken children, a shattered family. As of now, he is still at large, and every day that passes without justice feels like another wound. Since that day, our family has come together in ways we never imagined we would have to. Her father, her stepfather, her sisters, and me. We are doing everything we can to hold these children together. To love them fiercely, to protect them, to give them stability. We are learning how to answer impossible questions. Where is mommy? When is she coming back? Why? There are no good answers, only love and patience. And tears when the kids aren't looking. Grief doesn't arrive all at once. It comes in waves. Some days it feels like you can breathe. Other days it feels like the air has been taken from your lungs. As a mother, losing a child is not something you ever recover from. You learn to survive it, but it never leaves you. Every morning, I wake up and remember again. Every night, I replay memories I didn't know would be the last. Her smile, her laugh, her voice. As the holidays approach, the pain feels sharper. Christmas was supposed to be joyful. Instead, we are trying to create some sense of comfort in the middle of heartbreak. The children need beds, clothing, shoes, basic necessities, things their mother would have provided without question. They need gifts, not to replace their loss. Nothing can, but to remind them that they are loved, that they are not alone. They need counseling, therapy, a safe place to process trauma no child should experience, and we are doing everything we can to make that happen. Asking for help is not easy, but this moment is bigger than pride. We created a GoFundMe to lay Shania to rest with dignity, to provide grief counseling for her children, to help meet their basic needs as they begin a life without their mother. If you can donate, thank you, from the depths of our broken hearts. If you can't, please share her story. Sharing matters. It keeps her name alive. It spreads awareness. It helps us pursue justice. The person responsible for Shania's death is still out there. Law enforcement is actively seeking information. If you have seen or know the whereabouts of Wesley Cowboy, or have any information related to this case, please contact your local police immediately. Every tip matters, justice matters, Shania's voice matters, and we will not allow it to be silenced. If you are experiencing domestic violence, please hear this. You are not alone. Help exists. Support exists. Safety exists. We hope Shania's story can save someone else. That it can be the moment someone decides to seek help, to leave, to protect themselves and their children. No one deserves this. No one. I am sharing this with a heart that is completely shattered. There are no words strong enough to explain this pain. But silence feels worse. We feel every prayer, every message, every share. Thank you for holding space for our grief. Thank you for caring about a woman you may have never met. Shania mattered, her life mattered, and her children matter. We will carry her love forward. We will fight for justice, and we will never forget her. If this story touched you, please don't scroll past it. Share Shania's story. Talk about it. Say her name. Every share helps keep attention on this case. Every comment helps push this story further. Awareness brings pressure. Pressure brings justice. If you can donate, your support will help provide grief counseling, basic needs, and stability for her 5 children. If you can't, sharing this story matters just as much. And if you have any information about the whereabouts of Wesley Cowboy, please contact your local police immediately. One tip can change everything. What do you think needs to change to protect women and children from domestic violence? And to every parent reading this, how do you even begin to explain something like this to a child? Please leave a comment. Your voice helps keep Shania's story alive.